Hello everyone, it is Shadows Moment. I'm here to present to you guys some more Dota 2 action. This time it's going to be between Tabzilla, EXE Base, EXE Flashman, That Hurts, and an unpronounceable name versus Pogu, Slyfox72, Gibmock, Space Goat, and Jade3905871760SH. As you guys are probably well aware, I'm just going to be calling him by his, champion name, because that'll just make it easier instead of me trying to pronounce an entirely stupid name. Because, I'm, solo casting and just makes it easier for me to cast by champion name. So, it looks like we're going to have Morphling, Keeper of the Light, Riki, potential Dragon Knight here. There we go. Dragon Knight loads in Magnus for the Radiant, and for the Dire, it's going to be Skeleton King, Timbersaw. We've also got a Weaver, Tidehunter, and it looks like a Lina or Windrunner. I believe that is Windrunner, actually. We'll have to see in about 3-4 seconds here once he actually loads in. There we go. Yes, it is. It is Windrunner. So we're going to have these two teams squaring off against each other. This is, I believe, an AR game. I could be wrong, though. But, yeah, anyway, so yeah, game's just getting started, basic stuff, yada yada yada. By the way, still, don't forget, I am taking in replays for Dota 2 and StarCraft 2. Go ahead and email them to sgamingtech@gmail.com. You can also find my email down in the description below. So, yeah, if you want me to go ahead and cast your Dota 2 game or StarCraft 2, I will definitely go ahead and do that. And Windrunner just went ahead and used Power Shot for no reason. Okay, whatever. Not like it really matters first, minute of the game, because you're pretty much just trying to, well, I guess he's trying to figure out what's, that does. So, I'm not even gonna lie, this is a pretty old replay that I've actually had. I just haven't had the chance to cast it. I've been pretty busy with, work and everything. I think I've been working about 6 days out of the week. About 4 or 5 hours a day. And it's all closing time, so the store closes at, 9 o'clock. I'm scheduled to work till 9:30. Sometimes I don't get home till, 10:30, somewhere around there. But anyway, it looks like the game's going quickly underway here in the middle. Magnus taking some damage here and there from Weaver. Same thing with Weaver, though, taking damage from Magnus. Then down here, down here at bottom, we've got, looks like Morphling and Riki versus Weaver, or Windrunner and Tidehunter. And then up top, we've got Dragon Knight, Keeper of the Light versus Timbersaw and Skeleton King. I almost want to call him Leshrac because that was his name in Dota. Leshrac. Just like it is in Diablo 3 and Diablo 2 and Diablo. Because, hey, that's fun. Reuse the same name like 18 different times. But yeah, it looks like just, some minor harassment going on here and there. Nothing too major. Obviously, Morphling, I haven't seen him used all that much, but from what I have seen and from how I've used him in the past, he is a pretty solid champion. He's one of the only I think the only champion that can just swap between agility and strength at will, what his highest stat is going to be. Again, he's like the only one, and his adaptive strike actually does more or less damage and stuff like that depending on how much agility versus strength he has. As we can actually see here, strikes an enemy unit with a blast of water. If Morphling's agility is 50% higher than strength, it deals maximum damage and the minimum stun. If the strength is 50% higher, it deals minimum damage and maximum stun. So, that's the thing. And it looks like Weaver picks up the invisibility rune, which, that's kind of odd, but he's actually heading up top. Gives him more mana to play around with later on. Looks like he's going straight for that Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight's gonna have to run here, otherwise he's gonna die in. Dragon Knight goes back, stuns, and I guess he knew that Skeleton King didn't have enough mana for his stun. In the meantime, down here at bottom, we've got Morphling trying to do some sort of damage here, same with Riki trying to get something done onto this Tidehunter. Riki doing just a decent amount of damage, nothing too extensive though. And that Morphling is just trying to be boss toss right now and just run away. And he's gonna get caught right here by Windrunner. Windrunner picks up the kill.
First blood.
That was, yeah, just poor judgment on Morphling. What he could have done was, instead of coming around here towards Windrunner, go up and over and then come down here. But you know, it's still pretty early in the game. It's hard to tell if that really means anything or not. Usually about once the champion gets maybe 3-4 kills, then they're gonna start snowballing, and it's like, okay, you must kill them, otherwise you are going to lose. You know, that's pretty much what it is, because you know they're gonna get so much gold that unless you guys gank him or her, depending on which champion, you're gonna have a bad time trying to kill him. Just think of that one episode from South Park where it's like they're skiing and yeah, it's like, alright, go between, what was it, french fries and pizza, french fries, pizza, french fries, pizza. And if you don't do that, you're gonna have a bad time. Anyway, so you got Keeper the Light gonna go ahead and try and do some sort of damage here and actually gets a nice Illuminate off, doing a bunch of damage to that Skeleton King. But really not much else. And looks like now that, wow, Morphling's just getting pegged right and left here by Windrunner. Tidehunter, I don't know where he was thinking of going. But in the meantime, we got Weaver chasing down this Magnus here, and Weaver picks up the kill. Picks up the kill with his Shukachi. Again, I totally mispronounced that. I don't really care. It's his stealth, okay? It's his stealth that only lasts, a few seconds. Yeah, it lasts 4 seconds, and it does a considerable amount of damage for only lasting, a few seconds. Meantime, I'm surprised the top lane isn't being pushed even harder, but as I'm saying this, we got a nice stun by the Skeleton King on Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight takes a bunch of damage for his trouble, and he will go ahead and get away from this relatively unscathed. He'll still have, he'll still have to go through his regen and everything like that, but, with Dragon Blood level 2, it's 3 health a second, and he just took even more damage, so that health per second's gotta come in very, very handy right about now. Meantime, we still got this Morphling just taking a bunch of damage for no apparent reason. I mean, yeah, he does attack pretty close, considering, Windrunner's attack range is 600 versus the 350 of Morphling. And Skeleton King's actually taking a ton of damage up here, and wisely moves out of the way with that Illuminate, which that would have actually damn near killed him. Skeleton King now actually does have the Urn of Shadows, which, not a bad item, but not a good one either. It's an okay item in my opinion on him. And this is just almost as standard can get right about now for both teams. Yeah, it's 0-2, but again, it's still a little too early to call. The Skeleton King here is just being a complete nub and almost dying here to the jungle. It looks like he's trying to creep pull though, and he's doing it a little too soon, I feel. He could have actually had them move just a little further out. But it's not that big of a deal because they're all over here now, so it's okay. Meantime, Magnus comes up top here and does hit most of the creeps with a shockwave, but won't actually kill anybody or anything. This Morphling's definitely got his work cut out for him, and he's putting all of his agility into strength. He now has he actually has no armor. He does almost no damage, but he can, take 2 hits. Which, I don't know, to me armor was always a funky thing in DotA, just because you never really know exactly what it does. Like, yeah, it says reduces, let's look at Riki real quick. Reduces physical damage taken by 33%. Is it really 33%? Or is, there another calculation coming into effect? I know, getting a little too technical, but anyway, Riki is going to be level 6 soon, and that's going to be permanent invis for him. And yeah, you're just going to have a bad time versus level 6 Riki. Meantime, Skeleton King gets the kill up top here and keep it light. Tidehunter gets the kill on Riki. I guess he came around and, yeah, he just came around and smacked him with a gush. Because why not? You know? Again, for an AR-AM game, oh no, not AR, or AM rather, just AR, not really all that bad. This Riki definitely not having a good time right now, but, you know, again, anything can happen. And again, an Orb of Venom on Riki. You know, we've seen Bounty Hunter and Riki's go for that Orb of Venom, which, yeah, the dot is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not a huge amount of damage. Like, it's only 12 poison damage total. I guess the slow is what they're going for, like the movement slow. You know, I guess at least, I can't be entirely sure. But Weaver picks up double damage right now and is actually top, I believe. Where is this Weaver? No, Weaver's actually bottom. And there goes Riki. He's gonna be a dead Riki in about 3 seconds here. And he will actually manage to get away just briefly, though. That Weaver does a ton of damage, apparently. Yeah, 80 plus 80. Then you factor in Windrunner's damage, and not a bad play right there by Windrunner. However, she should have tried to save it for enough mana to go ahead and use her Windrun. But that tower will die relatively quickly. Obviously, she's doing 60% less damage to it, but... or 50% rather. But, it's alright. You know, it's still dying. Meantime, Keeper Light gets the kill up here, I believe with his Illuminate. Yeah, it was with his Illuminate onto Skeleton King. And it's going to be 3 top versus, you know, just 1 now. And it would be wise for them to go ahead and just take this tower, because that is really, you know, what's going to help them here. So right now they're behind on kills, and they're mostly behind on gold. You know, like, we can take a look at the last hits and eyes right now. Riki's top with 27-0. Then we've got Magnus at 24-4, Dragon Knight at 22-4, Weaver at 23-4, or 23-2 now, Windrunner at 22-0, Skeleton King at 13-1, Keeper Light at 12-3, then you got Tidehunter at 5-3, Timbersaw at 3-1, and Morphling at 1-0. This Morphling's definitely not on his A game right now. He's just sacrificed too much into strength for it, and for him to really be of use right now. Don't get me wrong. Once he gets some of that back into agility, he should be good. But he put a little too much into strength right now, and he needs to get mana back to put some back into agility. Like, yeah, he can survive a hit or two, but really, you still need to do damage. Meantime, top is still being, or was being pushed here. Looks like Tidehunter and Skeleton King now have top, and Skeleton King, ooh, wow, I actually just missed that in the middle. I'll go ahead and rewind that really quick, about 20 seconds, just to see exactly what happened there. Alright, so here is Dragon Knight, and it looks like he gets the stun onto that Weaver, and Weaver gets away because he was stealth, and Riki right now just playing his passive, well, as aggressively as he can. He's gonna blink on top, and Dragon Knight actually gets the kill before he can blink. Dragon Knight gets it with the stun and auto attack underneath Riki's Cloud. People always forget that the Cloud from Riki silences. And it is beautiful. I'll try and stop with cheesy references and everything now. I honestly will. But what the... What? Is that a flying weasel? Or is that a honey badger or something like that? That is awesome. I just noticed that. That is awesome.
Missing top.
But now it's 2-4, and let's just see who has the kills really quick. So it looks like Dragon Knight is 1-0-1, Tidehunter is 1-0-1 as well, Weaver is 1-0-0, Windrunner is at 1-1-1, Keeper Light is at 1-1-0, as is Skeleton King, he's at 1-1-0 as well. Then you got Timbersaw 0-0-1, Riki at 0-1-1, Morphling and Magnus at 0-1-0. And we got a port in here by Dragon Knight trying to go onto that Windrunner, and he's going to be dead here in about 3 seconds. No, nice ult right there by Magnus. Goes ahead and traps that Tidehunter, but nice hold by Tidehunter really quick there, trying to save Windrunner, but it wasn't enough. Riki did get the kill on that. Magnus got the kill right down with Shockwave onto that Tidehunter. And that just evened the game up in a huge fashion. Like, Riki right now, sure, he doesn't have all that much damage, but he doesn't really need it when his backstab also gives him your 1.25 more damage based on his agility. It might not sound like a lot, but when he has, 60 agility, what's 60 times 1.5, guys? I actually don't know. I know it's obviously going to be 60 and then some, but I never do math while casting. Leave it at that. That's why, all the best casters never do math on air. It sucks. But keep it light right now, just trying to keep the enemies at bay, do what he can. Meantime, Riki comes in from the back here and gets the kill on Windrunner. And Timbersaw trying to get some damage done onto Riki, but won't be successful in that. Riki right now has about 1,500 gold. I don't know what he's saving for. And I assume that all the players know that if you die, you lose gold. Certain things take into factor on how much you lose, like how many times you've died, how many kills you've gotten on heroes, and just your overall level. Obviously, if you're fed, you're going to lose more gold than somebody who's not so fed. Let's just say really quick that your score is 510. You're going to be worth more, or you're going to lose more rather, than say somebody that is 110. Even if you guys are the same level, you're still going to lose slightly, just a little more. And I've got no idea why they're not pushing middle here. Like we see Riki right now trying to do some sort of damage to that Weaver. He is able to do just a little bit, but not too much. He gets one backstab off, and that's really it. And we've got a nice stalemate going on up top here. Not even nice, just a regular stalemate. And Keeper Light right now is doing what he can to just kind of push the lane back. And it looks like they're really okay with that. That top lane was pushed anyway, so it's not a huge deal. But we got a nice stun right there onto Dragon Knight, eating a lot of that ultimate from Timbersaw. And now that Tidehunter is about to die here, and he dies to Magnus's Shockwave. No, not his Shockwave, I'm sorry, just to his auto attack. Meantime, Skeleton King gets a kill right there, and Keeper Light gets another kill. And it looks like that Windrunner now trying to, GTFO and dies to a Dragon Knight attack while Dragon Knight's in dragon form. And it looks like Timbersaw now being chased by Morphling, Dragon Knight, and Keeper Light. And whoa, nice stun right there by Dragon Knight trying to get the kill, or not the kill, but just trying to stun Timbersaw for a second. Keeper Light gets the kill with the Illuminate. Very good for Keeper Light. Meantime, we've still got Riki going ahead and farming down bottom here, which, more power to him, if he can get a kill or two, well, not just a kill or two, but the more CS he can get, the better, obviously, because that just allows him to go ahead and, get better items. Like, I actually still have no idea what he's working towards. I would have to take a guess at a Diffusal Blade. That would be my first guess. Other than that, I don't know. Like, again, I don't know. Riki is one of those champions where I just kind of always rush to Butterfly. So, yeah, I don't know. He may be going for a... What is it? Not a Chrysalis in this. Let me see if I can find the item. So, I actually can't even find it because I can't move anything. As you guys can clearly see, I cannot move Jack. So, yeah. But you guys know what I'm talking about. It gives you the crit. You guys should know what I'm talking about anyway. Let's see if I can... Yep, I can't go ahead and look at it. But in the meantime, nice tower kill right there. Nice ult right there by Tidehunter. He gets the kill on Keeper Light with his ultimate. Meantime, Weaver gets the kill on Morphling over here with his Shukuti, or again, I'm just butchering the spell's name. In the meantime, we got stunned right there onto Skeleton King by Dragon Knight, but Dragon winds up dying to Weaver. And Riki just being like, yeah, I'm gonna stay out of that, but he may opt to try and just do some damage to somebody. Looks like he may be able to catch Weaver, or he may go for somebody else. You never know. Timbersaw is relatively squishy. As is Windrunner, and Windrunner can actually die here, and Windrunner dies. Riki gets the kill with his backstab, or blink strike. So nice play right there by Riki, waiting for that Illuminate to go up and Windrunner to take a big chunk of damage. Meantime, we got Keeper Light getting the kill on Weaver over here. I don't even know with what. But we see Dragon Knight getting the kill on Tidehunter over here with the auto attacks yet again. And that Dragon Knight's just out for blood right now. And gets another kill with a very, very, very long range attack. And Skeleton King now is about to revive. There we go. And that Riki should jump in, and yes he does, and dead. Skeleton King by Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight's a very, very scary beast. You know, let's not even lie about that. Dragon Knight's a scary mofo. And, not surprising, Windrunner's off in La La Land doing whatever. Because yeah, Windrunner is an int hero, but let's be honest here, she kind of plays like an agility hero. I'm just being completely honest here. She does a little too much damage. Plus, then you would factor in her ultimate. If she can just let that fly on, say, Dragon Knight for, you know, a couple of seconds, she's gonna just slaughter him. Especially if she gets an item like Desolator, for instance. Just reduces armor by so much. Looks like Dragon Knight right now may be working towards a BKB. Meantime, we got this kill right here on Skeleton King. Dragon Knight gets the kill on Skeleton King there. I believe he just got that with his auto attacks and stun. Meantime, Riki gets the kill on Tidehunter underneath his smoke. So very nice play by him. And gonna have a push in here, maybe do just a little damage to this tower. You know, see what they can do. Might be, you know, just 80, 90 damage they can do, maybe less. We'll have to see how that plays out. Obviously, it's not gonna be a huge game-winning push right there, but it's still some damage done. And, you know, any damage is better than no damage, right? And yeah, looks like Dragon Knight's going to be getting his Black King bar relatively soon. Let's see. Item-wise, we've got Morphling setting at really nothing. Riki does get his Diffusal Blade, which, you know, I pretty much correctly guessed. He also has his Orb of Venom and his boots, and that's really about it. Then we've got Keeper Light, who has Tranquil Boots, a mechanism. And that's really it. And then Magnus, who has Headdress, Bracers, and Arcane Boots. Alright. You know, I don't know what the Headdress is going to be building towards, but we'll have to see. And then Skeleton King, he has the Urn of Shadows. He has a Soul Ring. That's it. You know, obviously he's also got his boots. Timbersaw, he has his Magic Wand, Arcane Boots, and that is it for him. Tidehunter has Headdress, Bracer, and Arcane Boots. Weaver has Ring of Aquila. In the meantime, while I'm saying all this, Dragon Knight is another kill on Timbersaw. So very good for him. Looks like Weaver right now trying to, you know, GTFO. And Weaver does successfully, but yeah, Weaver's got a Ring of Aquila, Boots, and that's really it. And Windrunner right now has Phase Boots. That's it, and I don't recall what he's working towards. I don't remember exactly what that builds into. I almost want to say an Evil Scepter of Divinity, but it looks like that Riki right now trying to go onto the Windrunner. Windrunner does Windrunner out of it. Nice ult right there by Tidehunter trying to save his own butt right there for a few seconds, but Morphling does get the kill. Morphling gets the kill with, I believe, an auto attack, and looks like Timbersaw here trying to do something. Riki, in the meantime, gets the kill on Skeleton King. And Riki also gets the kill on Timbersaw, and Weaver gets the kill on Keeper Light in the meantime. So that's going to be, you know, Weaver running away from all four that are still alive on the Radiant. You know, that tower's going to go down. And actually, no, may not.
Structures are fortified.
Sorry guys, had to yawn. But yeah, actually it looks like that will go down. And Dragon Knight, just wow.
Has fallen.
Dragon Knight finished his BKB and now has that head towards him. So that's good.
Radiant's
I
top
believe
tower is
Skeleton
under
King's
attack.
working towards, I want to say, an armlet? It's the only thing that can come, well, that comes to my head just looking at his items. Dragon Knight can just kind of soak up tower hits almost left and right now. He does have the sustain to make that happen. But just right now he'll be happy he has his blocking bar as well as a Helm of the Dominator.
Dire's bottom tower
And
has
really,
fallen.
Tidehunter's Gush does nothing. It's supposed to reduce armor. It has like zero, it's got a nil effect on Dragon Knight when he has plus 17 armor. Yeah. Meantime, Riki, what's going on with Riki over here? It looks like he's trying to survive versus Weaver, and he is able to. His invis kicks in just in time. Meantime, looks like that Morphling is going to go ahead and die here, and he does die to Weaver. But 30 kills right now total this game, 20 going to the Radiant, 10 to the Dire.
Dire's bottom
And
tower
that
is
Observer
under attack.
Ward, just wow. Meantime, Dragon Knight did go ahead and successfully push bottom. And Dragon Knight actually goes ahead and gets the kill on Skeleton King down here. Actually, where did Skeleton King die? Yeah, he died right over here, and Timbersaw gets the kill on Dragon Knight, ending that, what was that, mega kill streak? Or ultimate kill streak? That was just bad. So, KDA right now, we got Dragon Knight at 829, Riki at 616, Weaver at 510, Keeper of the Light at 439, then we've got Magnus at 227, Tidehunter at 255, Skeleton King at 263, Morphling at 1310, Timbersaw at 145, and Windrunner at 153. Last Hits Denies. No surprise, Magnus is at 72 and 5, Riki's at 65 and 0. Then we've got Windrunner at 60-0, Weaver at 59 and 2, Dragon Knight at 57-4, Keeper of the Light at 43-3, Skeleton King at 34-1. And looks like Riki was just killed, because that's cool. But anyway, yeah, Morphling at 13-0, Tidehunter at 12 and 3, and Timbersaw at 11 and 2. Thankfully Riki didn't die to, he died to creeps and not not a hero, so his gold was split, what he was worth was split amongst everybody. So that's alright, I guess. But now he does have his Yasha, so he might be working towards I'm sorry, I'll say what I'm gonna say after this. Looks like that's a big kill for Keeper of the Light right there, getting a double kill with his Illuminate. Magnus gets the kill as well with his Shockwave and his ultimate. And they were eating that ultimate from Timbersaw. Timbersaw got the kill on Dragon Knight on a Magnus with his ultimate and just everything else. And looks like that Morphling should have just, waved over there. Should have just used his waveform and chased Timbersaw because he would have been able to get him. But Riki, yeah, looks like he's going to be going towards a Manta style. Which, very good item, gives him a bunch of agility. Which, he can certainly use. He's got 68 plus 52, that is, 120 agility? That is absurd! He attacks really damn quick. Meantime, that tower just taking a little more damage, nothing too, too amazing or permanent. Obviously the damage is permanent, but it's nothing that will kill it right now. It'll just slowly whittle it down. And that's the aim of this game right about now. It's just slowly whittle away your opponent. And Timbersaw has a gem, which is probably feeling really good about that. And yeah, Timbersaw, I always forget he doesn't really need all that much armor. Like, yeah, he's a Antiro, but the reactive armor is really nice. Gives him bonus armor, gives him bonus regen, and it stacks up to 16 times. So that's 16 HP regen and 16 bonus armor. That's enough. You know, that'll do. That'll do. It's not Dragonite level of armor where he's got, you know, 18 or 8 plus 17. But it's nice, you know, considering Timbersaw doesn't start out with much agility at all. And, you know, doesn't start off with a very much armor at all. But yeah, just item-wise right now, the Weaver still doesn't have crit, which I'm surprised about. Usually you would have... Oh, yeah. Apparently I guess they, you know, changed it so that way you can't get a double crit off on Weaver with the Geminite attack. But yeah, it looks like Morphling right now has a Yasha as well as his boots. Riki has the Diffusal Blade, boots, and a Yasha. Dragonite has Black King Bar, Helm of Dominator, boots. KotL Light has Tranquil boots. He also has his Mechanism, and that is it. Magnus has Headdress, a Hood of Defiance, and Arcane boots. Versus the Urn of Shadow Soul Ring on Skeleton King, who is just about to have the Armlet. Then you have Timbersaw, who has, you know, Arcane Boots of Perseverance and Gem of True Sight. You've got Tidehunter with, you know, really nothing. He's working towards a Hood of Defiance, I believe. Could be wrong, though. Could be for a Pipe of Insight. And then you've got Weaver, who really doesn't have much. He's working toward a Radiance, it looks like right now. But nice ult right there by Magnus, catching a lot of people out there. And that Tidehunter will barely get away, it looks like. No, Tidehunter... Actually, yeah, Tidehunter will get away. Skeleton King was forced to have his ult popped, and Riki gets the kill on Skeleton King. So very nice for him. And Weaver right now trying to do some sort of damage to Dragonite, but nothing's really going to stick on him because he's got just a bunch of regen. But very, very nice play right there. And as I was about to say, Windrunner has an actually Force Staff, Phase Boots, Headdress, and the Gem. So they have 2 Gem of True Sights for Riki. Oh, one of them was by Magnus. Okay, never mind. They didn't buy 2, they just happened to acquire a second one after killing Magnus once before. And wow, that Morphling just in a world of hurt, and Morphling is dead. Nice use of his Illuminate though by KotL Light. You know, I gotta say he's definitely using that to his full advantage. And lol, Dragon Knight. Nice placement, buddy. Just saying. But yeah, overall right now, 8-3-13 for Dragonite, 7-2-6 for Riki, 6-3-12 for KotL Light, 5-2-3 Weaver, Magnus is at 4-3-10, Timbersaw is at 4-4-6, then we've got Tidehunter at 2-6-9, Skeleton King at 2-8-5, Morph at 1-5-15, or 1-4-15 rather, and Windrunner at 1-6-5. Last Hits denies, Riki's at 93-0, Magnus at 81-5, Weaver at 80-2, Dragonite at 72-5, Windrunner at 72-0, KotL Light at 70-3, Skeleton King at 49-1, Morphling at 28-0, Tidehunter at 18-4, and Timbersaw at 17-2. And they're just gonna go ahead and farm up a little more. We still got, 12 minutes left in the game, roughly. So this can still go either way if there's a good engagement for the Dire. Don't get me wrong, if there's a very good engagement for the Dire, they can win this. However, they do have a lot to go through. They still have 1 tower per lane, to kill other than the, towers over at the barracks. So overall they still have, 6 towers to go through, not including the ones protecting the Ancient on the Radiant side. And all the Radiant have to do is kill 1, 2, 3 towers. That's it. And it looks like they're going to try and maybe split push. No, that's Tidehunter up top, not anybody else, so Tidehunter is going to go ahead and try and push top. A nice ult right there by Magnus trying to catch Weaver out. Looks like they will be able to. Weaver didn't pop his ultimate though, so very good use of it by him, still trying to save it. But he doesn't have any mana to pop it. Oh no, he has no mana whatsoever to pop it. Meantime, Riki finally kills Timbersaw, ending that spree. And Riki going straight for Windrunner now. Meantime, we've got that Weaver still running away. Riki gets the kill on Windrunner. And now they're going after Skeleton King. And there is Skeleton King. Skeleton King cannot cast anything right now. And that Riki goes in and gets the kill on Skeleton King as well with the help of Dragon Knight. So that was 3 for 0. Weaver has just now mana for his ultimate, but he's at the fountain anyway, so it's not gonna, hurt him or help him any to pop his ult now. But that's 1 dead tower, and those barracks are probably gonna die as well. You're probably gonna go after the melee barracks first, because that is the smartest thing to do. Go after the melee barracks and the ranged. Personally, I always like going after the range, but anyway, ult by Tidehunter here does catch a couple of people out, but that's going to be a dead Tidehunter regardless. Dragon Knight does pick up the kill, I believe, with just Splash. And Keeper Light right now is trying to actually kill somebody here, and Keeper Light actually got to move out of that ult by Timbersaw. They do get the kill on the barracks. The second barracks is going to go down here, the range barracks. And Dragon Knight right now just kind of eating that ult from Timbersaw, being like, yeah, I just kind of ate your ult and you can't do much about it. Meantime, Riki's up at top, stopping that from being pushed. And oh my god, that is just sickening attack speed by him. I'm not even gonna lie, guys, that is just sickening. If he pops that mask, yeah, that is... Although I don't think he realized that the health regen doesn't stack with the diffusal blade and stuff like that. Unless they actually change it and they actually do have do work, you usually would have to get a Vladimir's offering when you get a diffusal blade. So I don't necessarily know. Like, obviously we can see right now that he's getting health, but I don't know if he actually saps mana. No, he does not. He does not sap mana from anybody with attacks, so I don't know if that's a smart play by Riki or not. And wow, just now, 33 minutes into the game up here, does Magnus actually get the, Blink Dagger? Keeper Light gets the kill on Weaver. I'm more focused on what's going on up here. I think this Riki better realize pretty soon that, hey, I'm not sapping mana from anybody, and, what am I gonna do? Because sapping mana from somebody like, say, Timbersaw is really nice, although it does look like he is sapping, but he's not, and Riki's gonna go ahead and just die there to Tidehunter.
They just ran away.
Yeah, and it looks like now this Dragon Knight's going for an Assault Cuirass. Can't say I blame him. Very, very solid item for a Dragon Knight. Gives you a bunch of armor. As you can see, he's got 9 plus 34 freaking armor. So he's taking like no damage from Roshan with his lifesteal. That's really nice for him. But yeah, there's not much that they're going to be able to do versus Dragon Knight in the next, few minutes here. If Windrunner gets a Diffusal, no, not Diffusal, I'm sorry. If Windrunner gets a Desolator, they will be able to actually, stop this Dragon Knight relatively easily. Because, yeah, Diffusal will just help reduce the armor, and Dragon Knight actually can't pick the Aegis up. It looks like Tidehunter's gonna grab it. No, Keeper Light grabs it. Good for him. Meantime, double damage comes in here for Weaver. And I have no idea what's gonna happen here. Wow, Tidehunter gets pushed back and he's actually useless this fight. Riki now just gets level 2 Diffusal Blade. And he still doesn't realize that he doesn't get the mana sap from that. I think he's more using it for the purge than anything else though at this point. And Riki now is going to go ahead and push top. His allies are going to go ahead and push middle. And, you know, there is really nothing that the Dire can do at this point in time. You know, there's a few things they actually can do. Again, one of them gets a Diffusal to, you know, stop Dragon Knight with all that armor he has. But really, there's really not much else. Dragon Knight gets the kill on Skeleton King here. And the game's going to be over in just about 6 minutes, so we can tell who's about to win now. You know, Dragon Knight's definitely carrying the team pretty hardcore. As we can see, he's 10-3-16. Riki is 10-3-6. And then Keeper Light is 7-3-14. So, yeah. Yo, Morphling just being more of a nuisance than anything else. He only has 1 kill, but he does have 18 assists. So that does help him, but I don't know why he has a Sage and Yasha. Like, yeah, it's nice, but you would actually rather have, well, personally, on Morphling, I would rather have, like, I have Scotty, for instance. You know, it gives you more health, gives you a lot more stuff. And it still gives you a slow, just doesn't give you the attack speed and movement speed. But that's why you can get, like, a Manta style, and, you know, but people would argue, oh, why get 2 things when you can just get the 1? Well, because those 2 things are collectively better than that 1. Anyway, we do see another big team fight coming in here. Keeper Light's trying to survive here, and he will be able to survive. However, barely. No, he actually dies right there at the power shot. Meantime, Riki gets the kill on Timbersaw during all this. Magnus gets the kill on Tidehunter. And Dragon Knight now is chasing. They're all chasing, actually, and that winner almost dies to Riki in like 4 hits. That's almost laughable. In the meantime, Magnus gets the kill with Shockwave. And Riki now just kind of laughing. You know, like, there's not... He's going to take some damage here and there, not much else, though, that he can do. And there's the Manta for Riki. You know, exactly what I said that he was going to be getting, he got. I didn't call... Don't get me wrong, I didn't call the Mask of Madness, but, you know, again, usually you would get the Vladimir's Offering, or Vladimir's Offering, if you're going to get, you know, any sort of orb effect, which Diffusal Blade counts as 1, as does Mask of Madness. And, you know, we can actually see Riki just completely, you know, like, 4 shots that Windrunner there, and Dragon Knight gets the kill on Weaver during all of this. And is it me? Oh, there we go, there we go. It's just that little area right there. Guess Dragon Knight was bathed in blood. Weaver, in the meantime, gets the kill on Morphling, which, not surprising, Morphling's kind of a pushover. You know, again, I say kind of a pushover. Timbersaw gets the kill on Riki, which that surprises me a little bit. But Timbersaw actually gets the kill on Dragon Knight right there, too, and gets the kill on Magnus. Wow. After Leor, or Skeleton King, rather, just tanks Magnus for like 10 seconds. Wow. But, yeah, that tower is going to be falling relatively soon here. And not much else that they can do. You know, that tower is going to go down, and then all that's left is for the creeps to go ahead and kill the buildings, really. Because the AI is stupid and it will actually attack just building instead of the ancient. I have no idea why. Like, I honestly don't. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is just speed this up a little bit, because obviously we can tell who's about to win anyway. But yeah, there goes the tower, and here comes that ancient dying soon. I'm not going to say now, but obviously soon. We've only got, you know, 2 minutes left in the replay based upon the time up here. But I would have to say this is a pretty good game showcasing, you know, my point about getting a Vladimir's offering, you know, people are like, oh, it's such a stupid item. Really? How come your diffusal's not sapping mana then? It would help a lot, say, versus, oh, I don't know, Timber Saw. Like, don't get me wrong, the extra attack speed and everything from the Mask of Magnus is nice, but in the meantime, Weaver gets the kill on Keeper of the Light, which, not surprising, Weaver's Agi character, and he's a carry. Meantime, looks like Skeleton King here may actually die. Tidehunter actually goes ahead and gets ulted right there by Magnus, and Dragonite gets the double kill with his auto attack while in Blue Dragon form. And there we go, the Crystallis, yeah, the Crystallis on that Dragonite is just deadly, and it looks like that Dragonite goes ahead and kill steals underneath Riki, and Riki gets the kill on Weaver. So only one's left alive, well, only one left alive is Timbersaw, and they're asking them to end it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it, you know, where I would usually pause it, just so we can look at the stats and everything after combat has finished. You know, nobody else can kill anybody else. But Timbersaw trying to do something to this Magnus here, and Magnus trying to do the same thing. But yeah, that was a thing. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right about now. Okay, let's unpause. I wish, you know, the items wouldn't pop up. There we go, there we go. So, Tepzilla, who is Morphling, 1-5-24. 68 last hits, 2 denies. He had Sanjin Yasha, Ring of Aquila, and Talisman of Evasion, telling me he was probably going to go towards Butterfly. Riki, who was 13-4-10, working towards the Black King bar, has his Manta Style, Mask of Madness, Diffusal Blade, and a Gem of True Sight. 152 last hits, 1 deny. Dragonite, 14-4-20, Black King bar, Assault Cuirass, Crystallis, and Helm of the Dominator. Obviously, as well as, you know, boots and a scroll. Keeper of the Light, 7-5-15. Tranquil boots, Scythe of Vice, Mechanism, and that's it. 112 last hits, 4 denies. And Magnus, 6-4-18. Blink Dagger, Vladimir's Offering. Arcane Boots, rather, and Drum of Endurance, as well as the Pipe of Insight. 116 last hits, 6 denies. Skeleton King, who is 2-12-9. He's got Soul Ring, Urn of Shadows, and Armlet. That's really it, aside from his boots. 80 last hits, 1 deny. Timbersaw, who was 7-6-8, had what was working towards, it seems like, a Bloodstone, and had Arcane Boots. That's really it, as well as the gem. 45 last hits, 2 denies. Tidehunter, who has 3-9-13, has Arcane Boots, Pipe of Insight, Bracers. Not even boots. So, yeah. 39 last hits, 4 denies. Weaver, who has 7-5-6, Radiance, Boots, and Ring of Aquila. That's really it, aside from his bottle and the magic wand. 116 last hits, 2 denies. Windrunner, who was 2-9-5, Force Staff, Phase Boots, Mechanism, and that is it. 88 last hits, 0 denies. So, yeah guys, that's it. Again, showcasing you the strength of Dragonite, showing you the strength of Riki, but always, 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 always read the description of your items. Diffusal Blade, it says, Diffusal Blade is a unique attack modifier and does not stack with other unique attack modifiers. What does Mask of Madness say? Mask of Madness is a unique attack modifier and does not stack with unique attack modifiers. What does, you know, Vladimir's Offering say? Multiple instances of Vladimir's aura do not stack. That's it. You know, it gives you the same type of aura that Skeleton King has. If we can click on Skeleton King here, I wish we could. Let's, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and rewind it here just a second, you know, to showcase you guys something. You know, I'm rewinding it just before the game ended. So, Skeleton King, what are his abilities? He has Critical Strike, Vampiric Aura. That's the same thing Vladimir's offering is, except Vampiric Aura is better, obviously. But yeah, that actually does stack with other HP stealing items. But yeah, always make sure you know what you're doing. You know, I think Riki was just using the Diffusal Blade for the Purge to slow somebody down and remove Windrunner's Windrun. And that would be really it. Other than that, guys, my name has been Shadowswelm, and I will talk to you all next time.